quick announcement, guys. Me and my wife have started a channel together, which is pretty much a glimpse into our lives. So if you guys are interested in something like that, our first ever video is going to go live Friday, September 25th. So click that link below to give that new channel a subscribe and be ready for that first ever video. And with that super awesome announcement out of the way, hey guys, Dabloon here, and today's another BTD6 video. And today's going to be this week's Odyssey Mode hard with no monkey knowledge. For this journey, we're going to be using 1 sniper, 3 subs, 1 magic monkey, 1 ninja, 3 farms, 1 spike factory, 1 boomerang, and 1 boat, and our hero is going to be Admiral Brickle. With her being able to see camo and pop some leads with her little bomb thingies and her amazing ability, she's going to be great for this Odyssey. To start off, we do have leads because it is round 30, so what I'm going to do, since this is also a circle track, we're just going to go plutonium reactor, twin guns, airburst, and we're going to throw down our hero because it's already level 30 and she's only level 1, so we got to get her going. So I've placed the sub right here and I got him to advanced intel, and I'm going to go triple guns and then armor piercing darts to get to that round 40 and knock that thing out with no problems. Now we have our 204 sub, which is going to carry us probably through 40 and on, but what I'm going to do here is add some extra range. So I'm going to put him over here since we have all this range over here already, and I'm going to get up to the 3rd tier because that one is a big range boost, and I'm going to go camo as well. So now if anything slips through, we can clean it up over here and not have to waste that much time while we're trying to get to our sub commander. You should have had enough for sub commander by round 53. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this guy here for round 63, and we're going to go up to 4th tier on him and then go down to that bottom tier. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use an unlikely tower here, guys. I did not think I would ever use this one. Elite Defender. I've never really used this tower ever, but like one time to get that Axis of Havoc because I had to put the 5th tier down. But I used him on Rake because I was having a super tough time, and this guy cleared 63. Along with him and him, they just rocked through 63 on their own, and this is a really cheap upgrade considering. To be honest though, we could have probably just used the sub commander probably all the way to 80, if not 80 as well, because we do have Brickle's ability. This is just going to speed things up, and it's kind of what we're going to be doing in later maps as well, so I figured what the heck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up for this Elite Defender, and by then we should be pretty much close to finishing up, and then we'll just beat this thing really quick with Sub Commander, Elite Defender, and our cool little boomerang here. So here's round 80. We have our Elite Defender, our boomerang, our mage for that range that we used earlier on. We have our sub commander, our Brickle, who only made it to level 12, and then we have our sub right here and a bunch of money. So this is gonna be super simple stuff. You don't have to use an ability, but it would speed things up. And there you go. You can even use this one if you want to. Oh, didn't even matter. This one is alternate balloon rounds, but it's really not going to make much of a difference to us because the hard part of alternate balloon rounds is the start. Well, we're already on round 30 and we got a bunch of money. So let's do the exact same thing we did last time. Let's put him on the bottom though, because then you can actually reach that bottom track if something happens to slip through. You have a plutonium reactor to kind of save you right there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to throw Brickle right above that sub right here, and then we're going to put our other sub right here, and this will take care of pretty much everything. We can take down that Moab because this is the longest track in the game, so we'll have more than enough time to take down that fortified Moab. So I got my sub up to a 202. Now I'm going to get him up to armor piercing darts to take down that Moab, and hopefully we'll have enough money for some other stuff because I want to throw down another mage up here to give that really awesome range again. So we have this guy up to a 204 for those armor piercing darts, and then I got him to that 3rd tier again for that range, and then gave him camo so this guy can see camo as well. And now we got that fortified Moab. I don't think we'll have to use an ability. It'll take a little bit to kill him, but we should be fine as is. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. So no ability there, but you might have to in the future, but I'm going to try to shoot straight for this sub commander. So we're not actually able to hang on round 50 without using abilities or anything like that. But I don't want to have to do timing or anything crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade this guy to a 4th tier, and that should be more than enough to knock this guy out. There you go. Our problem was that we were kind of not popping the fortifieds till like after they came back around this way, which was just too late. So now with this guy upgraded, we'll be just fine, and we should still have more than enough time and money to get sub commander before 63. So we're not quite to the sub commander yet. We're $2,000 off, and we are on round 60 with a fortified BFB, and we cannot hang with our towers as is. So what we're going to do to beat this round without having to buy anything is we're going to ability. But what you're going to do is you're not going to ability until this guy breaks open to Moabs, because if you pop them open now, you're not going to be able to have enough time to pop all the ceramics underneath those fortified Moabs. So right about now we'll do it, and we should have enough to pop everything. Oh yeah, we're good to go. So you want to wait until those Moabs are out of the BFB, then you're good to go. Next thing we're going to do is obviously upgrade to our sub commander right now, and now we should be golden for 62, 63, and so on. But I don't know, should we do that elite defender again? I think that's what we're going to do is go for Elite Defender because this is a really long map, so it helps to speed things up. But did you guys notice? I totally forgot that they're like sped up to 200% on these balloons, and it's actually really cool because it makes this thing go so much faster. Logs usually takes forever, but with all this and throwing on this guy going super fast, we're going to just zoom through this thing. So 81's a little troublesome, and I didn't realize till after I already started this strategy that you can't sell anything. So we can't go back and change anything up. So we're going to have to work with what we got. And unfortunately, nothing we can buy is really too awesome, so we're going to have to time these abilities. So what we're going to do is on this round, there's going to be a big slew of fortified Moabs coming through. And as soon as the first one hits right here, you're going to already have your second ability ready. So you're going to have it ready just like this. Then as soon as that first Moab that's fortified touches this top corner, you're going to click it or drop it. And then there's a little delay for it to pop in the water, which is going to be perfect timing because it'll be around like this area, and then most of them will burst open. Okay, so that's the first part. So just wait till the first Moab's right there, then let go or click on your bomb right there. Then, as soon as the first group of ceramics come right here after you pop them open, so right in this area, so the sub's turning that way, you're gonna hit your first ability and you will guaranteed clean everything up every single time. So I went back and did it a bunch of times to make sure that there's no discrepancies or craziness, and I will show you here again, but just do exactly what I say. So get your bomb ready, then as soon as those fortifieds get in that top path, that's when you're going to do it. So look at, here they come, and right about now, drop it. Okay, now all those ceramics are right there, hit the first ability. So right when they pass that little corner, now you are more than good to go. You're going to clean up everything between the Elite Defender and the Sub Commander, and you are good. Okay, so do exactly that every single time. So in this area for the Moabs, drop your bomb, and then right here for the ceramics, click your first ability or hit your first ability, and you will beat through this no problem. Now let's see where this takes us. So 82 got close as well, so I'm going to restart this one, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to use our ability when it just starts getting overwhelming, and then I think I'm going to buy an Archmage. I was going to save up for something else, but I just don't want to get too crazy or think about this too much. We just need to beat everything. We do have those fortified Moabs, so let's just use our ability. This one, the timing's not going to be as big of a deal. We just need to beat these ceramics and not have any get through, so that's fine. Then we need to take care of this ZOMG, and there we go. So all I did there was I used the first ability when we were like swarmed by fortified Moabs and BFBs. And as soon as I have enough for 34,560, I'm going to buy this Archmage right here. Boom. Okay, now this should be more than enough to carry us through. Around 90, I mean, worst case scenario, just use your bomb ability and leave it in the middle of the water, and then all those DDTs will hit it and you won't be bothered at all. But who suspected logs giving some trouble? I mean, this is like the map that you go to do crazy achievements just because of how easy this map is. And I'm like screwing things up here. And it's mainly because I can't sell. If I was able to sell, we could just easily have sold this guy and bought the Archmage sooner and not had to use any abilities. But it's getting a little crazy. And then the Archmage isn't doing as great as I thought he would do either. So you gotta do what you gotta do, use what you gotta use, and hopefully we can make it through this one and move on to the next one. So apparently there's DDTs on round 88 on alternate balloon rounds. You think by now I would know how alternate balloon rounds works, but clearly I don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this guy. We're going to wait for the DDTs to come out because we don't want a Moab to pop it or anything. But as soon as those DDTs come out, like right around now, doesn't really matter. Everything will pop in its radius, and then we'll clean all that up, no big deal. So don't worry about the timing for that. As long as you see the DDTs on the map, a lot of the balloons or Moabs are going to get affected by that bomb thingy, so you'll be good to go. Now let's keep chug-a-lugging. I thought 90 was going to be the one DDTs. Does it have them too? How do I not know the rules of alternate balloon rounds yet? This is crazy. But I'm not going to use my ability here if I don't have to, just because I want to be safe for 90 or yeah, around 90, and we can kill it with whatever is on it if we have our ability. So let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, this should be some DDTs, I'd imagine. But look at these things rocking us. We're not even taking these out until the back corner. What is that about? Okay, let's drop that ability right there in the second one. And let's drop that first ability so we don't have any problems. So all I did there, guys, is I waited for all DDTs to get onto the screen. I dropped my second ability, and then I used my first ability to clean up the mess afterwards. We're going to start this one the same as the last one with the sub first, but this time we're going to place him to where his little right side bubbles on that yellow line right there on the right, and then the left side as well, as you can see right here. And the reason why is because once we turn him to a plutonium reactor, he can hit pretty much most of this end track and just kill it. Then we're going to take a brickle and place her right here aligned with this track, right about this area right there. Then we're going to take a sub and place him above her. and this sub's going to go straight for an armor piercing darts. Now that we got those armor piercing darts, let's get advanced intel so we can have better range once we place our mage right here. And the reason why we're placing him up a little bit is because once we get him to that 3rd tier top for arcane mastery, he'll have all of this as his range, so will the sub. Now don't worry about an ability on 40, we don't need it. These guys kill it on their own just like that. Let's get this intense magic and then monkey sense. And the next thing we're going to do, guys, we're going to start farming right away. I didn't want to have to farm on end of the road, but this one proves to be a little tricky in the end around. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a farm right here, and I'll wait a little bit to give you guys some more money so you guys don't have any like discrepancies between me if you did a little late. I'm going to place it right now. And now we're going to go for bottom path. So we're going to go for 3rd tier marketplace right off the bat. And then we're going to go for that middle path. And the reason why is because I don't want to think about collecting. I don't want to forget to collect. I just want simple money making stuff so we can get our archmage and our sub commander and all that stuff that we're going to need. So I'm getting another marketplace. This one's going to be a 023 as well. So we're going to have 2 of them. And now what we're going to do is we're going to save up for an arcane spike, because without him, we can't get enough power through to pop balloons to get to the sub commander. So we're going to get arcane spike and then a sub commander. So you should have gotten your arcane spike on round 50. And just to recap, we have a 204 sub, a nuke sub over here of 402, a brickle that's at level 7 right now, 2023 farms, and then we have this guy to an arcane spike. Now we're going to shoot all the way to that 27,000 for that sub commander, and if I need to use an ability in between there, I will let you guys know. I'm grabbing my sub commander on 61. You guys should as well, if not sooner, since you guys put down your farms a little sooner than me. Now the next thing we're going to do is that we need an archmage, but I don't want to sit here and wait for these little farms to collect that much money, so we're going to add to it. We're going to go for this valuable banana and then a monkey bank. So we're going to go for a 3rd tier middle and then top path so we can start collecting the big monies. I'm collecting my bank for the first time on round 74 right at the beginning, and we're still not quite there yet. We still need another $4,000 to get this archmage. We are coming close to 76 and 78, so hopefully we'll have it before them. But even if not, I think the sub commander is carrying pretty well. So I'm going to grab this archmage and then jump back in when I have to use an ability. So I was able to get my archmage on level 75, so I didn't need to use any abilities or anything like that. Next thing I did was I placed down this submarine and I got him to a 042. And the reason why is because we're going for that preemptive strike to take down those DDTs, because we have 90, I think 93 and 95. It's going to get a little intense. So having that preemptive is going to guarantee us popping all those DDTs, and all we have to worry about is the cleanup afterwards. This is why I don't usually go middle path bank. I'm not exactly sure when this was able to collect. I'm hoping it was this round, but it probably wasn't, because I usually lose a lot of money. Now what we're going to do is we're going to buy this preemptive strike, and we should be good to go here. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, okay. With all that going on, we're pretty much good. The preemptive is pretty awesome, guys. He just takes those things out without a problem. Now, I'm kind of just like spitballing here. I don't know exactly what we should do at this point. We should probably get one of these guys, because he'll clean up whatever's left, hopefully, because what's going to happen, so it's a 402 boomer. You'll see him like break open everything, but then because they're like usually fortified ceramics, they don't usually clean up everything because this guy can't, and then it turns into a mess. So we're gonna put a boomer here, and then we're just gonna keep on collecting and making that money, and then I'll jump in when we have to use abilities. So this is my favorite reason of using preemptive. Watch when these DDTs come out. It's really, really cool. I know I get excited by simple things, but look at that. Just instant kill every single time. Doesn't matter if there's 5 or 50 of them. They just take them all out. It's awesome. Now what we're going to do is I don't even know at this point. There's really not much to do. We're just kind of waiting it to go through, but I do have one cool idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place a sniper right here, and here's my thought process. Well, first let's place this. You know what? I don't want, that looks scary. That looks scary. I don't want to talk while I'm doing it because I'll end up messing up. I don't want to lose. What we're going to do here is we're going to place a sniper right here. And the reason why is because we're going to go for the bottom path again, that elite defender. And then meanwhile, we're just going to keep on popping. And then I'm probably going to slow it down on certain parts because that last part looks a little scary. And I'm just sitting here just like zooming through. And then all of a sudden I'm like, why did I die? So I don't want any of that to happen. Yeah, look at that. You can see him kind of chasing right here. You know he's going to mess it up. Oh my gosh, guys, we're going to use an ability right here. We don't want any crazy stuff to happen. So like right here, when it gets a little crazy, we're going to use that first ability. And now you can just close your eyes and hit that speed up button because there's nothing else you can do at that point. I like that. That's my way of playing. Just close your eyes and hope for the best. Now, everything like this, we should be just fine. Because when it's just like single fortified Moabs or anything, he's going to pop them the preemptive and these guys are going to clean up, no big deal. It's when it gets into this stuff with all these ZOMGs because they're not going to turn into balloons yet. And then by the time they're balloons, we can't pop the balloons anymore. So it just gets kind of crazy, but I think we're okay right here. We could probably, yeah, see, this is getting out of hand, guys. Let's collect this one, sell this one. Let's buy this guy. Let's have him help a little bit. We can sell everything. We don't need anything anymore. So we'll get this. We can go with Bloon Sabotage, but I don't really want to use that. So I guess we'll just go with this guy right here and we'll get him to this path right there. There we go. Now we're done. I don't care. We can't do anything else. We can't. We're out of money. I don't care. We'll use abilities if we have to, but I don't want to. We're just going to go through this thing and have a good time. All right. So now what we're going to do is as soon as these guys turn to BFBs, we're going to use our second bomb right here. There we go. So I didn't wait for them all, but what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sure we can clean up a little bit at a time instead of just having them all turn to BFBs and all turn to ceramics at the same time, because we can't handle that. So we're going to try to break them up into little pieces here and there. This we can handle. DDTs we can handle. They're completely gone. Doesn't matter. Easy stuff. Next thing is 94. This one's not going to be too bad. It's just those ZOMGs. So the same thing's going to happen. We're going to have to break them down. Let's drop a first strike. Let's take out that first one so we don't have to worry about it. How about that? Now what we're going to do is we're going to wait till they turn down to, like, a couple of them turn down to BFBs and stuff. So like right. No, we can take that down. We can take that too. Right now. He's in range. It's a couple BFBs. Let's do that. Do that first one. Then we'll clean up everything underneath. I'm hoping you guys can still follow this because I'm not really explaining it verbally as well, but it's really not that big of a deal. This one's going to be simple as well. And what I'm hoping you guys are getting the idea of is that the main thing we can't handle is ZOMGs. This, no problem. I'm just going to close my eyes and let it go through because it's just DDTs and it's single Moabs that are fortified. We can handle that, no problem. The thing we cannot is those grouped ZOMGs, because what happens is too many ceramics coming out and we can't hang with the towers that we or I have chosen. So we're going to start this one up the same way, but we're going to spread the towers out a bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to place this guy right at the tip of Dorito Island, because if we can place him just right here, he'll be able to see that top part of the path and his little nuke sub will be awesome. Like right there. There we go. And then go twin guns. And now look at, he can get this whole little thing on his own, which is awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place our Brickle like right here. And this is going to get a little weird, I know, but it'll work out. We're going to place her like right there, so where she can see both sides of the track. And now we're going to place our sub right under her. And the reason why we're doing that, which is a little crazy, is because I want him to be able to attack up this way if it gets too far out of our range, and then he has this whole way to attack stuff. And the reason why is because, just because on End of the Road we had all that time to pop. Like we had the whole track, and even then we couldn't do it. So if we clustered everyone together up front, it's not going to work out. I guarantee it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try something a little different. We're going to spread our towers apart. We're going to put the mage up here again, and then we'll have this long track, and the sub can hit the whole time, so the sub commander literally has the entire track to attack, and hopefully we'll be good to go. So I'm going to give him the armor piercing darts, then advanced intel, and then I'm going to put a mage up here. So we got our armor piercing darts, our advanced intel on our sub. Now we're going to place this guy right here at the edge. We're going to go to guided magic and then go for that arcane mastery again. And there we go with the arcane mastery. Let's get that intense magic and then monkey sense. Now we're good to go there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get 2 farms. We're going to place one here and one here. But first I want to get this farm up first, and then we'll buy this thing because that's just a waste of $1,000 right now. I tried really hard to put it on here with the mage as well, but it just didn't work. You can't make it happen. Well, maybe you can. I just couldn't make it happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight for this 3rd tier bottom and then the middle path. Okay, now let's remove this one right here. Get another farm on this little island. And I'm a little worried that spending that $1,000, we won't get the arcane spike in time, or that's what it's called, right? Yeah, arcane spike, because usually we had like just enough time to get it before we lost on like, I think like 50 something, but I think we'll be okay. So let's go for this one for that marketplace again. And then if we need to, we'll use our ability, but in the meantime, I'm going to get this to a marketplace in the middle path. So here's round 50. We don't have the money, but every other time we did have it by now. So I'm a little worried. Let's see what we got to do here. Let's use an ability if he doesn't pop this thing. Let's use an ability just on that Moab, just because he wasn't really doing that much because he was focused on those other things and we just didn't pop it in time. Here we go. We're about to grab our sub commander on round 62 right before 63, which is good stuff there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to save up for that Archmage. It's going to take a while, but we're going to do it, and then I will jump back in if I need to use any abilities. So I'm going to grab my Archmage. I could have got him last round, but I forgot, but we still made it through without any abilities or anything. I am going to use an ability on 76. We should be able to take it down with an Archmage and a sub commander, but I don't want to take any chances, so we're just going to use that ability, make sure everything just gets rocked. We'll do the same thing for 78 as well, just so we don't have any mistakes here. The next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go for a perma spike. And the reason why is because it's awesome. I wanted to do it on End of the Road, but there's just really no good spot on that map since the end of the track, it's like that whole bottom path. Then if you put it at like the end of the screen, it doesn't work as well. I don't know, but here it'll work. It'll be great. We're gonna go for long reach all the way down to that one. And what I'm hoping here is that when I hit far, I didn't want it over there. I wanted it like really far this way, but I guess it's not going to do that. So we're just going to go put it on close and have them all right there. That works out for me. So at 24,000, which we have now, we have enough to sell these and buy the permaspike. I don't necessarily want to do it that quickly, but the problem is that if we wait too long, it's like, how long do you wait before you end up losing to something crazy? Like right now, all these ceramics, I'm going to use an ability right now. That just got a little crazy on 83. So I did use an ability. This is exactly why you want to sell these and just go for it. Might as well. So let's get this one right here. We'll go for faster production, even faster production. Now what this does is it doesn't allow us to pop leads though, and we don't have an alchemist or a village to make him pop leads. So we can't rely on him to pop the DDT on 90. So what we're going to have to do is make sure we use our second ability, bomb on 90, to get those DDTs. But in the meantime, all we can do is save up money now so we can buy other things. But we're going to try to keep as many permaspikes as we can. So if we can pop Moabs or Bloons or whatever it may be, and before it gets here, we're going to be safer. So I'm thinking about getting another boomerang guy to kind of help out here, or maybe a boat to try to pop things up here a little easier, or maybe a main Moab sniper would be pretty cool too. I've been pondering and I came up with a thought. What we're going to do is we're going to get 2 stall towers. We're going to put this guy right here, like right there. We're going to go that way and then go faster throwing. And we're going to put him on strong. And then we're going to get this sniper. We can put him really anywhere. We're going to get him to main Moab and then put him on faster firing and put him on strong as well. And now we can just save up as many spikes as we possibly can, come back on 90, bomb those DDTs, and win the Spice Islands. Here we go. Here's round 90. I'm just going to place a bomb like right, I think here. Let's actually see what happens first. I think we can pop all the balloons that come out. Yeah, okay. So let's just place the bomb right here. And then as soon as they come out, I should have probably placed it back here, but that pops. Oh, that was super simple, guys. That was really simple. We have made it to the final map, guys. I know the others could have been a little bit of a doozy, but this one is going to be much easier, I promise. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a boat and we're going to place him right here. And since we don't have that awesome spot for the plutonium reactor, we have to rely on a different way to pop our leads and camos. And in this case, we're going to do hot shots and destroyer. Then we're going to do a brickle right here. And then we're going to put a sub right here. And we're going to go to airburst starts. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place a ninja to prep for those camos, because now we have our lead, now we need our camo. So we're going to take our ninja and place him right here. And then we're going to get ninja discipline on him to help see the range for the camos on 33. Then we're going to get this guy to longer range and advanced intel to also help, because we'll probably lose a few lives if we don't have the extra help. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy to triple guns. Then we're going to jump back over to our ninja, get him to double shot and seeking shurikens. Now we're on round 39. We're going to turn off auto start so we can prep for round 40. We're going to buy the armor piercing darts for this guy. We're going to come up to a mage and put him right here. And he's not really helping us for 40, but every pop helps. He's more going to be for camo later on. And we're going to get guided magic, arcane blast, intense magic, and monkey sense. Now for round 40, we do have to use an ability because we do not have any range up here. So basically all our power is just right here. So what's going to happen is the Moab's going to come blazing out. And as soon as his nose gets like right around this bend right here, we're going to hit that first ability right there. And then what you're doing is you're prepping the ability before it actually gets to them. So every pop they hit is buffed and you destroy everything inside. If you don't do it like that and you kind of wait a little bit after, sometimes like a green or a blue will slip through. We don't want to lose any lives today. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 farms. We're going to put one right here and we're going to get it all the way down to the marketplace. But before we get that marketplace, we have to be careful. On 43, there's going to be some ceramics popping out. So as soon as you see that first ceramic, hit that first ability and you'll be safe and good to go. 90% of the time, you won't lose any lives at all either way. But the problem is we just don't want to, and we want to guarantee our victory. So we're going to use abilities on certain levels to make sure that happens. Now get your valuable bananas. We're going to go middle path. And then we're going to go up top and do the same exact thing with one right here. And what's also cool is these doubles as little range boosters for our sub too. So now we can pop the Moabs a little easier. We're going to go same thing all the way to the bottom for this one. So now for round 47, ceramics are going to come blazing out the first part of the level. So immediately hit your first ability when you hit 47. And that'll guarantee victory on that one. And then we're going to get valuable bananas here. So now we have 2, 0, 2, 3 banana farms to make that money. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this guy up to Arcane Mastery, and then we're going to grab this sniper and place him right down here in the bottom corner, and we're going to get him to fast firing, even faster firing, eventually. There we go. And then we're going to get night vision goggles and then shrapnel shots as well. Now on 49, some ceramics are going to pop out. So again, once you see the ceramics, hit that first ability and you'll be safe, good to go. Meanwhile, you're going to want to upgrade this guy, but I would first hit the ceramic ability So like right now you see him popping out, hit that first ability, then get to semi-automatic, and now you're good to go. Now for 50, you're not going to have an ability, but it won't really matter because we're going to pop that first Moab in this area. And then right after we pop him, we're going to have enough to get this full auto rifle, and he's going to just kind of clean it up from there, as I will show you right now. Boom, there you go, full auto rifle. Now you're good to go there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to save up for Arcane Spike. So it's going to be 10,000. I think that's what we're doing, right? Yeah, I just got to make sure. So we're going to get Arcane Spike, and that's going to allow us to get this guy to the Elite Defender before 63. So let's save up for him. So you kind of want to watch around 52 as well. So 99% of the time you're going to pop everything right in time, but I'm going to slow it down just because sometimes it gets a little scary with these Moabs. So as soon as they pop out, I'll slow it down. And what's going on is you'll pop them like sometimes right here, other times you'll pop them way up here, and it's just random every time, which is a bummer, but I've never lost to this round. And you don't want to use your ability if you don't have to, because we want it fresh and prepped in case something crazy happens. I guess like 52, but 53 we're going to be safe. And then I think 54 might give us a little bit of trouble. So now for 54, you're going to be tempted to use your ability, but you don't want to because you need it for 55. So what we're going to do is this Moab's going to come out and scare us because it looks like it's going to just mow right through us. We're going to hit our Arcane Spike as soon as it pops up. So just keep clicking it, get ready for it. There you go. This guy will clean up everything under that Moab, and then this guy will clean up everything up here. Now 55 has those 4 rushes. On the 4th one, we're going to want to use our ability just because every so often you might lose to this round. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, we'll count 2, then we'll count 3, and then we'll use our ability right now. And that's going to guarantee victory for 55 on that 4th rush because sometimes you will lose to it. Now we're going to continue to save for that Elite Defender. 57, same thing. Kind of watch out what's going on. We don't have an ability until like right now, but sometimes you're walking through it just fine. Other times you have to use an ability. Right there, that was super clean. But like I said, sometimes it'll come all the way to the end. So just keep your eyes open. And if you have to use that ability just so you stay safe, we're not going to need it again till like, I want to say like 60. Or even after that. So I was able to get this guy in 59, and then I removed this little area here so we can see the whole track. And now we're gonna grab a little boomerang right here to guarantee our victory around 63. I know I've been hyping this guy up, but just like 1 out of 10 times, sometimes you will not pass 63 on your own. And so this guy just guarantees it, just like we've been doing with every other thing with all the abilities and stuff. It's just guaranteeing our victory. So that's what this guy's gonna do. So we're gonna go 4-0-2. So now we're good to go for a while. We're gonna watch the backdrop and just get scared because it still looks like you're gonna lose sometimes. But what we're gonna do in the meantime is we're gonna grab this farm right here. We're gonna go middle path up to that bank. And the reason why is because we have a long wait to get to that sub commander, and in the meantime we just want to save money. And guys, I just rather close my eyes and watch this while I'm trying to build up this money because it scares me every time. Like, it's never failed me, but it's still scary watching it all the way to the end every single time. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, scary stuff. So now we're going to get that monkey bank, get that increased production and that greater production. And now what we're going to do is just kind of wait until we can get the sub commander. So we have enough to buy the sub commander on our own, and we have $7,000 to collect. So we are rocking it right now. Unfortunately, even though we just paid $25,000, he cannot actually beat 75. So we're gonna have to think outside the box here because we can also not use our first ability because we need that for 76 to guarantee 76. So what's going to happen is there's 2 cluster BFBs right here, and we're going to have to pop them. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop our bomb, get those things broken open to Moabs. We'll clean out the Moabs pretty easily. There we go, right there. And then we can clean out that BFB and those Moabs on that side. So just use that little bomb right away, and now we'll have our ability ready to go for 76. So for 76, drop that first ability as soon as it comes out. There we go. Just because it works, like, again, 9 times out of 10, but you don't want to have any problems there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get ready for 77 by just hitting play. But before we do that though, guys, I do want to go a little bit further into this and just put this tower down and get it ready. The next tower we are going to get is going to be a perma spike, but it has to be placed perfect for it to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it a little bit above the bottom track, so you can see how it's a little overhanging. Then we're going to go all the way left, and you can see how it's a lot overhanging. And what you're doing is you're trying to get that little bottom left leg over the top right corner of that little box. So like right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go long reach, smart spikes, long life, deadly spikes, faster production, even fast production, and put it on close. And what we're going to do is we're going to test it. If it's wrong, we're going to have to hit home and restart that and try it again. But what we're doing is we're looking for it to be right there and then place them right where they're at. So that is perfect. And what's going on is it looks like it's only on that right side track, but what's going to happen is the balloon's hitbox like overlaps the little raked area and it'll actually pop in there, especially Moab. So that is more than good to go. We are safe. So for 78, you want to be like right on time with this stuff. So as soon as that first rush comes out, hit that ability as fast as you can. And then same for that second rush. I'm just really bad at timing the second rush because it like takes forever to come out. But like right now, hit that first ability, you're going to be good. So there you go there. And now for that second ability, we're just going to go really fast and hope that we don't miss it. I kind of use the BFB as like a little landmark marker, but then it's still like 20 minutes after that. So you're still waiting and then you miss it anyway. But long story short, you need to hit that ability right when those little rush come out in those camos so we can guarantee victory. So we're going to wait a little bit. I've slowed it down. Okay, there we go. Hit that first ability. You'll be good to go. 80 is not too bad. All we're going to do is we're going to place our bomb right here. And then as soon as the ZOMG gets to it, it's going to pop open. And then as soon as it pops open, we're going to hit our first ability, clean up everything we can. And then this guy will clean up all the end pieces. So now hit that ability. There you go. Easy stuff. Now we have to worry about 81. So we cannot pop 81 without this perma spike. So what we're going to do is we're going to collect this and then sell this. And then we have more than enough. If you guys don't, you can sell your ninja if you need to, but you should have as much, if not more than me, based on your farming. Now we're going to hit play and good to go. We do not have abilities, so we have to rely on all of this, but the perma spikes are pretty much going to carry us from here on out. So now our main goal is to use abilities at the right time to save our spikes as much as we can while we go for this guy right here. So we're going to grab him and we're going to go to middle path and then go bottom path. And we're going to get that first strike as soon as we can as well. And we're going to get the preemptive just to destroy everything once that time comes. But like I said, the main thing is just to destroy all these Moabs and BFBs to where they're down to ceramics, because we can handle like a lot of ceramics, but we just don't want like a fortified BFB mowing through our spikes and wasting them all. So like this is all fine. I think we can handle this round. I don't want to use any abilities because we're going to need them on 83. So on 83, it's going to be a lot of Moabs coming out. I think we're okay, but I am going to use my first ability. There's no reason just to lose all these lives or lose all these spikes because we can use this time to regenerate them as well. Let's get this first strike capability, because my other recipe for beating these later rounds is to just first strike every ZOMG that comes out, because then you don't have to worry about fighting it. So that's going to help out a lot as well. I am going to use my second ability right here just to break these down a little bit to help us out. Then we'll just have a bunch of Moabs rolling through. There we go. Still no big deal though, because we have a ton of spikes left. We'll get those ones, those ones. We still do have our elite defender. He's not doing as much as he was before, but he's still helping. Now for 85, we're going to have a ZOMG. So I'm going to first strike the first one, and then all we have to worry about are the others. If I think it just might be one actually. And then we can take that one down, no problem with everything that we have. If not, I mean, we do have our little spikes at the bottom, but we didn't have to use too many of them because this guy is still doing pretty good. Okay, so 87, first strike it, get rid of that thing. And then I think we're also going to blow this one up with the little bombs here. So let's do that. Make all of them BFBs. We should be able to take down most of those so we don't lose too many lives here, or spikes, not lives, sorry. Look at that. Okay, we're doing pretty good. That's not that bad, not that bad. Now, can we take this one down naturally? Yes, we can. Look at that go. Let's hit that 88. Now for this one, I think I'm going to use an ability just to clean this up because it's a lot of Moabs and stuff. So let's use that ability, clean this up. There we go. And there we go. I think we can take these guys out. If not, we do have our bombs. We can use them right now. Let's do that. Clean those up. Could use the first strike or a bomb. Doesn't really matter. We're going to lose some spikes here, but not too many. But it's not that big of a deal. There we go. Now 89 can sometimes be difficult, so I don't want to mess around anymore. We're going to sell this guy, and we're going to sell this guy, and we need $2,000, which is kind of a bummer. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell this guy as well, and we're, what is that, $56? Okay, we'll wait $56 and then we'll get that preemptive strike. There we go there. And now he'll pop open all these guys on his own, and then all we have to worry about is ceramics, so we're good to go there. He'll pop all these guys open, and then like I said, we can take a ton of ceramics with the perma spike. Just we don't want a big cluster of Moabs and BFBs. Okay, 90's awesome. Of course, we cannot take any of the DDTs with this because we don't have an alchemist or a village to make it see the lead, so it's not lead popping capable right now. But we have our preemptive just to destroy everything, so we're pretty much good to go from here. I am going to use my first ability on 91 because it's getting a little crazy right there. Okay, use the first ability. Look at everybody go. That is insane. When you use Brickle's ability, you got this guy just going ballistics. You got this guy, you got that guy. All right, not too much to do left, guys. We're pretty much done here. We can use our first strike to take down that guy, and then we'll clean up these ones. We can use our little bomb thing here just right there. because 93 is super easy since we have preemptive. So all we have to do is get past this round and we're good to go. So use her first ability again. There we go there. There we go. So I should have used my first ability a lot sooner. I didn't, but you guys can, because we still have a lot of spikes left, and I don't think we're going to use any on this next round because it's going to be a lot of DDTs and the preemptive is going to take them all over. I'm sorry my explanation of these final rounds isn't as good. I didn't really schedule an ability timing for all this kind of stuff. You just kind of watch it and go and see what you need to do. And as you can see here, we are losing a lot of spikes, but it doesn't really matter because it's not going to be enough to take them down. It's just one a little bit here, there, a little bit here and there. So you guys should be good to go, especially if you use your ability faster than I did on that last round. And there you go. There's the Odyssey. So it says only 1 hour and 13 minutes taken in game, which is kind of nice. So I kind of like that balloon sped up thing because usually it's around like an hour 30, hour 45. So we should do more of these sped up balloon things. Let's see what we got in our chest. We got a 240 boat, we got 50 trophies and some money. Well, that's it for this week's Odyssey. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm sorry if it got a little too difficult at times, but I believe in you and I know you can get this stuff done. If you found enjoyment in this or some help, definitely hit that like button below, and if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.